Welcome back. There's no shortage of political news here in Michigan, and who better to break down the biggest headlines than our Capitol correspondent Tim Skubic. He's joined by the Rundown's Kiera Lake. Take a listen.
All right, Tim, thank you so much for joining us. Well, we know that cases of COVID, specifically Omicron, are just soaring. And we just learned that Governor Gretchen Whitmer's husband tested positive for COVID. What have you been hearing about that? I know you talked to the governor.
Yeah, wow, what a mess and what a lousy way to start the new year. You know, we had an interview with them on December the 22nd, and I got to tell you that 62-year-old Dr. Mark Mallory, who has recently retired from being a Lansing dentist, looks strong and vibrant, and certainly no hint of what was to come as the calendar moved from one year to the other. We discovered last Tuesday that the first gentleman did have a case of COVID. We don't know if it's Omicron or not. Doesn't really matter. And of course, the big question was, what about the governor? And you know, the two of them are living together, and the thing is spreading, you know, all over the place. She was tested twice. Both of the tests came back negative. He's expected to recover. He's in good health. He's a strong guy, but it just shows that everybody is vulnerable to this thing, and they pretty much hung around the executive residence over the holidays, and nobody knows how he got it, but the contact was basically with the family, so everybody's on guard as the first family fights its first case and hopefully the last case of COVID-19.
We hope so. And you also talked to Governor Whitmer not only about COVID, but other topics. What did she have to say? Yeah,
we had our year-end interview with her, which is always interesting. She's fun to deal with because she's a gamer. She made some news. She basically said that she would look at a possible petition drive this year to place on the November ballot an issue that deals with, what else? Guns and safety in schools. She did not endorse the petition drive per se, but she basically said this: if she and the Republican legislature and the leaders there can't get together on a package to improve safety and get rid of the violence, or at least reduce it in the schools, then she would, quote, look at a statewide petition drive, which she would not lead, but would support, to put this issue on the ballot to let the people decide this. And that would be an interesting issue to have on the ballot, because it could drive voters to the polls who want to check in on what should be done about keeping our kids safe in those classrooms.
All right, Tim, thank you so much, as always.
Always great to talk to you. Happy New Year. Hang in there.
Thank you both. And coming up next on The Rundown, when will prices for your groceries stop surging? We'll have an answer for you next.